Hill made some mistakes. Let me tell you something about Donald Trump, okay? Donald Trump, and this is what's wrong with several politicians today, is they talk to different groups and they have different speeches when they talk to different groups. We here in Georgia have what we call the Atlanta politicians and the rural politicians, and they're the same person. They just have two personalities. Here's the thing with Donald Trump. Donald Trump never gave two different speeches. Now, yes, he went on the campaign trail and he talked about different subjects, and he may have even taken the same subject, whether it's border, the wall, regardless of what it is, and he may have turned it around a little bit, but he never gave two different speeches. He never changed his speech to any group of voters, okay? Hey, Donald Trump walked into a room, no matter who the group of voters are sitting in the audience, and he gave the same speech. And as you well know, it worked out. The majority of Americans, I know they will argue Hillary won the popular vote, but the majority of the Americans in the Electoral College like the fact that he gave the same speech. And the ones that are upset, got upset, are still upset, remain upset, and are determined to be upset until he leaves office. But he never changed his speech. Now, there was a lot of rumor, and I'm not going to get too deep because I don't have the time. There was a lot of rumor that Hunter Hill had give different speeches in different places. There was a lot of talk, and I would have people say to me, hey, you don't know the Hunter Hill in Alpharetta. Okay, now I'm not knocking the guy because I really like Hunter Hill, but I would hear, you don't know the Hunter Hill in Alpharetta. Now this seems to be, now Amanda, I don't have it on my screen, so you'll have to read this for me if you can. This is a mailer that went out on Hunter Hill. What does that mailer say?
It says Hunter Hill's double talk, saying anything to get elected.
Okay, then flip it over. This is the backside. This went out in the mail. This is really getting ugly on the campaign. Can you read some of the things on there for our viewers? Because...
yes, it says, how can you trust Hunter Hill when he's saying anything to get elected? And it goes on to say, Hunter Hill, candidate for Buckhead, anti-life. He said he didn't believe we need additional laws to protect life. He is anti-Second Amendment. He said no to law-abiding citizens should not be able to carry concealed weapons. Never Trump. Hill said on Facebook that Trump wouldn't be better than Obama. Hunter Hill, candidate for governor, suddenly pro-life. Now he claims he will sign any pro-life plan, but how can we trust him? Actually, still Second Amendment. Hill said at the candidate forum, if it's 21 on a handgun, it makes sense to make 21 on automatic weapons of semi-automatic weapons. And always Trump. Hill claimed on Twitter that he stands with Trump. It would be funny if he wasn't so desperate. Hunter Hill wants to have it both ways, but don't buy his double talk. Hill says anything to get elected.
Now that's a mailer. Don't get me, now there's no, they wait till there's really no time to respond. They wait till the candidate cannot respond, and they shove your mailbox with this kind of stuff. True or false, I don't know, but I knew this was coming. I knew this was coming because of the accusations being made. So I'm going to get past that. Let me get two more things here. Go ahead and take that down. Folks, I just want to say this, and I'll talk about it tomorrow. Yes, I really think kids, I don't want to say if you want to go to college. Let me see how I say this, okay? And I don't have time to do this story, but kids, there are thousands, young people, young adults. If we build our schools and get our education to a point, whether you like it or not, a K through 12 education, we are back to. There was a time in history where a high school diploma meant you could get a good job. Then we went through a period of time to where we were sold that a high school diploma wasn't enough, that a college degree was the only way you could get a good job, and a high school diploma would not be able to, you will not be able to get a job to afford, to make a living and raise your family. Okay, we were sold that, and I don't have time to go into that, okay? Thousands upon thousands of jobs that have apprenticeship in the industry are going unfilled. Here are thousands of good paying jobs go unfilled in South Carolina. Now this one CEO, and I don't have time to do it and I don't want to mess it up. This one CEO says, he said, your state government lied to us. Because see, we have these economic development Georgia, South Carolina, and we're all trying to woo these manufacturing companies. We're all trying to woo these people, and we're telling them that we're grooming our next generation. We're training our next generations for the jobs of the next generation, okay? We're training our students now. And this CEO said, your state government lied to us, okay? They said the people would be there to do the job, and they're not, okay? Noble, this is Noble Anderson, did not respond for an interview. A Volvo spokeswoman did not dispute Noble's comments. This is Volvo. South Carolina's latest unemployment rate, 4.4%. Look, we do not have to have every single kid go to college. There are outstanding jobs being unfilled that a high school degree can get you a job, and there's good apprenticeship programs where you can make an enormous amount of money, more than probably the degree you're trying to seek in college. I'm your host, BKP. I have to go. I don't have time. Oklahoma City schools renamed 3 schools yesterday. The Board of Education Oklahoma City in Oklahoma voted to take Stonewall Jackson, Robert E. Lee, and Stan Waddy off of their schools and replace them. I'm your host, BKP. When we get back, you're going to be here right here, 9 in 7 minutes. 9 o'clock, be here. Our debate will start between incumbent Matthew Gertler and his opponent, Mickey Cummings, right here at 9 o'clock. Take us to break.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living.